Hi everybody, we are going to get started with our July Club Q, and this kit is called Drink Up the Sun. The Powder Puff chalking inks that we suggest on here are Denim, Weeping Willow, Mango Mai Tai, and Dandelion. But this kit really is colorful. So if you have something in your stash that you like as far as a Powder Puff chalking ink color to go with this, you just go ahead and grab what you need. There is, with these colors, you can do more blues. You can really make this look blue, or you can use a purple and make that look purple. Totally up to you. To get started, I actually am going to do all the cutting first. I trimmed out all of the words and the little journaling sheet here. And just so you know, when you do go to cut these out on your trimmer, or if you fussy cut them, that's fine too. It's easier to get straight edges with your trimmer. But if there's a little white space left on each side, no biggie, because we're gonna chalk those up and those little white edges will be covered up. So no worries on that. Just go ahead and cut those out. We're also going to punch out the laser cuts. So I have the sun punched out here, and there is a yellow 1/4 inch strip. I just wanted to show you how I did this so that you know which piece to save. We don't really need this one on the end. You just need the 1/4 inch one that goes down the side here to add a little yellow. So you can punch out your die cuts. And if you need to pause the video and get these punched out and chalked up and stuff, you go right ahead. That's the beauty of having a video. You can do it at your own pace. So save this piece, where we're going to use it over here. These pieces can be punched out as well. And then we will do all the cutting so that we can get our paper trimmer out of the way. And then it's just layering. The hardest part of this kit is actually matching up the flowers so that they layer. But if you match them up so that they don't necessarily look exactly like ours, that's totally fine. You just match them up how you want to. This is the back part of the sun. Punch that out and put it with the sun. And then what I'm going to do is just start up at this corner here and try to find the ones that match this page. So one of the smallest, and then there's a medium-sized one with a small one on top. And I just kind of get these matched up and laid out as I go, as much as I can. But again, if you want to match them up a little differently, you can. This biggest one is actually this one on the back on the right-hand page. So this one is actually one of the medium size with a little bit smaller, and then a small one on top of it. Okay. And this one is one of the ones that were this size. There's that one, and then a small one on top of it. A small one up here. And these medium ones with a small one on top of it. Down here is the largest, which is the one up here in this corner, with a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller. That's that one. And then we have, the next one is medium, a little bit smaller. And then one on top. And it looks like there is an extra one on here, so that one actually could go right on top of this one if you wanted to. See how that doesn't have a small one in the middle? It looks like this is just extra, so you could add that on there if you would like. Okay. So actually, you know, now that we have these all lined up, I think we're going to, normally I do the cutting first, but I am going to chalk up the flowers first. So you can see here I have these other die cuts punched out. Let's see. So let's grab some inks. I have, let's see, Sunset, and what yellow do I have? I have Desert Sun, and for the blue I have Blue Lotus. I also have Purple Dahlia out here if you want more purples in it. Let's see those. What else do I have that will match? Here is Petunia, which is actually this kind of color. Maybe I'll use that one instead of Sunset. But just go ahead and chalk your flowers up like you want them. I'm going to start up here. So this is Petunia. And what I do with the flowers is chalk up the edges. I just barely hang on to the middle, and as I chalk, it just spins it just a little bit. I lightly hang on to the middle so that it can spin in between your fingers. And then what I do is I just take every petal and bend it right in the middle. And it doesn't have to be exact. Nobody will ever know if it's a little off-centered there. But then that gives it a little extra dimension. The one on top, I'm going to actually use Blue Lotus. So that adds one more blue even yet. There's a couple of blues in there. I'm going to use this Blue Lotus. It's a little brighter blue. There's also a color Taffy, which is the color of this kind of lighter blue, if you want to try that one. But again, the petals bent. And then I'm going to grab a brad out of the little packet here, and one of the smallest copper brads is what we're looking for that one. And if you want to change it up, feel free to. Okay, so I'm just going to set this right above my page there, and then we will bring in background pages and stuff like that to add them to. I'm just leaving this out here for right now so I can see which flowers I'm working on. And again, this yellow one has a little copper brad in it. You can bend these too if you want. Okay. And then over here, I'm going to work on these. And I think I used maybe royal blue or deep sea on that blue flower, but I am going to use this Blue Lotus and brighten it up a little bit for this one. And then orange on top of it. Either Petunia or Sunset or Mango Mai Tai. Any of the oranges look really nice with this. Vintage flower. And again, a little copper brad in the center. this one has orange. If you want to do these all the same color, that would be look nice too. If there's a favorite color that you have, I just mixed it up a little bit for mine. Oh, you know what? I said that there was one extra little one, but it looks like it's the one that goes here. So you could either add it here and leave that one off, or you can put this one back over here. Fold it up, each petal. And then blue in the middle. I love this new Blue Lotus color. And then in the middle of that is a yellow. And that one has one of the bluish purple brads through it. Okay. And last one, purple with orange on top. And that one has an orange brad. Okay, so I think that we have all of our flowers for that one done. Do this one. Yellow. Blue. The purple would look really pretty with this too. So an orange brad goes in this one. Okay. And then the last one. Blue on the outside. Yellow on the smallest, orange in the middle, and then there is a blue brad that goes in there. Okay, so we have our flowers all layered up. Now we are going to move this out of the way and we will get our background papers out. And our cutter. Let's see. I'll set this out. Which one goes on this side? So the background goes like this. And if you get them mixed up, most of it's covered up anyway. But I just love this new paper line. It's called Beachy Keen. And we have paper packs on our website now with some embellishment sheets and stuff to go with it. So if you love this paper line, there's 2 or 3 beachy papers like this, and then actually I'll show you some samples. well, I don't have it here, but it uses a lot of the other colors in the other Club Q kit this month. Some bright oranges, pink, lime green. Just gonna adjust this just a little bit here. Yeah, so a few beach papers and then some solids that really look nice with it. Okay, I'm going to set up my trimmer right on top of this because we are going to do all the cutting that we need to do for this kit. And we will start with the smaller pieces. There are light blue, more of a royal blue, purplish, and a yellow that are all the same size. And let me make sure I'm getting the sizes correct here. So all three of these, they're 3 3/4 by 11. So we need to cut them into 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So what I'm going to do is just put all of mine together, or you can do them separately if you want. And I'm going to go to 5 3/4. And then you have 2 of each in that size. Okay? Let's set those aside. The only other cut is the first one here on the instructions. The big white sheets of paper, we are going to cut 6 4x6 pieces. Oh, and you know what? Actually, we have another little piece to cut too, but we're going to do, so I have 2 of these. I'm going to put them together and cut at 4 inches. Move it down. And before you do this, you might want to wipe the Powder Puff chalk ink off your hands. It comes off pretty easy if you wash it off, but with all this white paper, you have just a little bit on your hand, and it's definitely going to show up on this white paper. Okay, so we have 6 pieces that are 4x6. And I'm going to set those with our other little pieces over there. And then now this is the last piece. We have a small piece that's 2 1/4 by 9, and we're going to cut 4 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So we put this in here at 2 1/4, cut 2 1/4, cut, and 2 1/4. Okay, so you have 4 of those. I'm just going to leave those out right now because we are going to put words on them. And I believe that's all the cutting that we have. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And we're going to start layering this stuff up. So your words that you cut out earlier, we're going to chalk up the edges of these because some of them have a little bit of white, you know, if they're cut just off a little bit there. We are just going to chalk those up. And you can choose, we don't use all of these words, so you choose which ones you would like to use in your kit. There's lots to choose from. It's called Drink Up the Sun, so I'm going to definitely put that one on there, but totally up to you. You choose the ones that you would like to use. And then I just chalk around the edges, and you can see that white, it's completely gone, and you can't tell it's there. So if it's cut just a little bit off, no biggie. And I'm going to use our Barely Art glue. This is on our website. Love this glue. You need very little. And it is super easy to use, especially on smaller, more intricate die cuts and stuff like this. When we put it on later, it's really nice to have this precision tip, and it comes with 3 different tips. This is the one that I use the most, but it does come with 3 different tips. Okay. I'm gonna choose the purple, and I have purple dahlia here. Purple passion also looks really nice. Deep sea or navy or a blue around the outside of this would look really nice. I think I may have used deep sea originally, but I'm gonna use purple on this one. A little glue. Let's see, I have petunia here that I'm going to use on this. Just makes that stand out a little bit more. So if you're going to use this for a specific beach page, you could use one of these other ones that say by the sea or beach day. I'm just using the ones that say hello summer. So let's use, this is Dragonfly. This is a new kind of greenish teal color that we have. Love this color. One of my new favorites. It's kind of like our Baja Blue, which is Patsy's favorite, and it has been for years. We definitely keep that one on the shelf. But Baja Blue is beautiful. It's just kind of a shade off from this Dragonfly. And if you want to add these to your page anywhere, you definitely can. They're just extra that we gave to you. Okay, so over here, if you would like to chalk these up with a certain color, you go right ahead. But then they go, just stack these up here. They go on your 4x6. So I'm just going to put a little. Feel free to chalk them up before you put them on or after, whatever works best for you. Actually, I'm just going to do this. Oops. See, with this glue, you don't need a whole lot. For bigger things like this, I typically use my ATG gun with my double-sided tape. But if I have my Barely Art glue just sitting there, I'm just so used to grabbing that lately. And it uses just a little bit. Oh, sorry about the train. If you do any of our online events, our live on Facebook online events, which you should check out, we always give away prizes during the event if a train goes by. So we give away train prizes. And sometimes when we do those events, the live Facebook events, which are typically on the weekend, you wouldn't believe how many trains go by on a Saturday. So we give out lots of prizes. Our warehouse feels like it sits right on the train track. So I apologize for that noise. Okay, got those layered up, and while I have my glue out, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of my embellishments here. These would look cute chalked up. Whoop. I'm doing orange, but they would also look nice with blue, which makes it kind of green because you're putting it on yellow. Or a purple would look nice on there. Up to you. And there's brads that go in both of these, and it looks like I may have lost one here. And if you want to change these out with any of the ones that you have, oh, it looks like I have a wrong color one here, in your flowers, it doesn't matter which ones go in the flower. You just want two that match to go into the flip-flops. The flowers don't matter as much. Oops, I smashed my brad here. Try this again. Okay. The only other die cut we have is this sun, which on the page we actually punch out this circle and don't use this circle, but you could. So if you were to chalk this up orange, you could put it right back in the center if you want to, and give it a look like this. You could even turn it kind of the rays opposite of what the white is doing. You could, let's see, line it up with the white, like that. You could take this out completely, leave it white in the middle. You could put a picture in behind there, which would be cute. Or you could just ink up this to add a little orange to it if you want. So totally up to you how you want to do it. If you have a picture to put in there, you can just trace, put this down on your picture, trace behind it, cut it out. I actually kind of like it like this, and then I might put the yellow circle back in there. Oops. These are the pieces that Barely Art glue is so nice to use on. Yeah, I actually like that look the best. If you don't have a picture, of course I think the picture would be best because I love fitting tons of pictures on one page. Okay, all of our embellishments are done. Now we will just load up our page. And remember, if you don't have pictures on your photo backers, don't glue anything on top of them because you want to be able to slide your pictures in there. And I'll show you what I mean here in just a minute. Okay, so there's one orange little banner piece that goes down the side, or down the bottom, across the bottom, and there's one that goes down the side, and you want to be about 1.5 inches from the right side. This goes right next to it. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. And it's totally up to you how far away you want to put it. It's kind of however you want to adjust your photos and stuff like that. And then your yellow piece goes right next to it. And then your orange piece. Okay, you also have, so we cut out our journaling pieces. If you haven't done that, go ahead and do that. And this one goes up about 1 inch. Oh, you know what? After I said that, I actually got my background papers mixed up from what is on here. So, but it'll totally be fine. It just has a different part showing, so. I'm gonna chop this up. If you definitely want the car to show, you'll want to have it over here. But there's so much going on with this paper, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference. I'll glue this on across the orange strip. And about 1 inch from the point. 1 inch from the end point. flip-flops. Just kind of turned on top of that. Your flowers. It's just layering it all on there at this point. This one I'm going to chalk up with the Blue Lotus. Or I mean, yeah, this is Blue Lotus. Actually, I'm going to use the Dragonfly with the greens in it. There's not a lot of this teal green color in here, but it still goes with it. Looks really beachy. Goes over here. Oops, sorry about the train again. Okay. I'm just going to lay things out here, kind of where they need to be. And then I'm going to go back in and glue them down, just so I kind of have things in place. And if you would like to put pictures on these before you put them on, that would be the easiest. But if not, I put it on like this, and then I just glued just bits and pieces behind here so that you can still put the pictures in later. Up here. So what I do if I don't have the pictures is I just peel up a little corner and glue that down just enough so it stays in place, but there's no glue right here so that you can still slide a picture in there. Because this doesn't have to have adhesive all over the backs of these, because once they get in your, this glue holds really well, and once they get into your page protector, they will stay pretty well too. Train today. And again, you don't want to put glue anywhere that you want to slide a photo in. And I'm just going to put it on the bottom of this journaling piece so that you have room to put photo. And depending on how much you want to write on this, you'll move this up and down because this covers part of it, so you don't want to cover the entire thing. And of course, adjust this to whatever works for your photos too. I moved mine down a little bit from, let's see, I should have laid my flowers down so I knew where I wanted to put this. There we go. And then these guys go up here and we will be finished. Easy summary page. I hope you enjoyed Club Q this month. We have some more bright summary pages for August. So I hope you're out there making some summer memories, going to the beach, going to the lake, just having a fun, chill summer day. Take some photos. And we will supply the kits for you to put them in. Thank you so much for being a Club Q member. We appreciate you all, and we will see you next month.